Welcome back to CEO of Dot. It's me. You probably know my dad. Well, maybe not personally, but definitely by reputation. He's the richest man in the world, or at least he was until recently. I grew up hearing people around me speak in hushed tones about him and his vast wealth. It seemed like everyone wanted something from him. Like so many other kids, I suppose, I wanted what my friends had. And I am not talking about toys or clothes or even those little pogs that were popular when I was younger. No, I wanted what all the other kids at school seemed to have: allowance. But our father wasn't much for giving out spending money. "You don't need it," he'd say. "You have everything you could possibly want." And he was right. I had everything except the things my friends did. I wanted to spend my days driving around town with my friends, going to the movies, having a slushie, and catching the bus home. Sometimes, though, I wish I hadn't had it all, because if I had $1 million, I would. If you're wondering what I'd buy with $1 million, well, here are 10 things I would splurge on if I were a billionaire kid. First, I'd start with a sweet ride. Something fast, sleek, and preferably in black. Second, a sprawling mansion with lots of bedrooms, because I'd invite all my friends to come stay with me. Third, a private jet so we can fly anywhere we want at the drop of a hat. Fourth, a massive TV in my room and surround sound speakers so I can blast my favorite tunes. Fifth, a swimming pool and a hot tub. And speaking of baths, I'd add a giant bathtub and gold fixtures to match. Seventh, diamonds, lots and lots of diamonds. Maybe I'd even get a tiara fit for a queen. Eighth, an art studio filled with every color of paint and enough canvases to fill a small museum. Ninth, enough books to fill an entire library. And finally, I'd invest in a good tailor to make sure all my clothes fit perfectly. Of course, I wouldn't just buy all these things for myself. I'd share them with my best friends. After all, what are friends for if not to share all your riches with? I've learned that true friendship isn't about who has the most stuff, but about enjoying what you have together. Of course, having a lot of money doesn't hurt. For some billionaire kids, though, having money isn't just about having nice things. It's about having influence. Take Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's daughter, North. At age 9, she's already making waves in the fashion world. If you want to talk influence, few kids have that quite like Blue Ivy, Beyoncé and Jay-Z's 10-year-old daughter. She's not just a child, she's a superstar in her own right. Then there's Kylie Jenner's 5-year-old daughter, Stormi Webster. She's proving that she's got her mom's business sense. Sure, she might be too young to run a company, but she knows what she likes and isn't afraid to speak her mind. But let's not forget about the royal heirs to the British throne, Prince George and Princess Charlotte. These two are destined for greatness, whether they want it or not. With Prince George alone worth an estimated $3 billion in brand influence, these kids have more power than most adults. So yeah, growing up as a billionaire kid isn't all funny games. It's a serious business. But hey, if anyone can handle it, it's these kids. Now, I may not have grown up with a silver spoon in my mouth, but I did grow up with a pretty sweet view. I spent my childhood in the lap of luxury, living in a mansion with 180-degree views of Manhattan. Let me tell you, there's nothing quite like waking up in the morning and seeing the sunrise over the city. It was pure magic. I remember sitting by the floor-to-ceiling windows in my room and watching the city come to life. As the sun rose each morning, I felt like I was on top of the world. But it wasn't just the view that made growing up in that house special. It was everything else that came with it. I had a huge backyard where I could play and explore, complete with a treehouse that I loved climbing up to. There was also a ballroom downstairs that I used to dance in for hours. I felt like a princess in my own little castle. I know it sounds cliché, but having a great view really does change your perspective on life. It teaches you to appreciate the beauty around you and to never take it for granted. I feel so grateful that I grew up in a home that allowed me to see the world in such a positive way. So what do you think? Would you trade places with me? Get a glimpse into the lavish lifestyles of the world's wealthiest families. Don't miss out. Subscribe now to CEO of And don't forget to hit that bell icon to be notified about our latest videos. See you soon.